women's kata, the grace and beauty of a disciplined and structured sequence. And this is the list of qualifiers. Down to the final 8 in women's kata. First competitor entering the mat now, Maiko Asano of Japan. Remember, we've got 7 judges. The judges are going to score the competitors maximum of 8 points, maximum of 8 points. They'll be throwing out the high and the low. Look at the intensity on the face of Asano.
Yeah, she was very balanced here. I think the other competitors have to beat the 3 Japanese girls because they were renowned for their kata. That's very quick. It's good movement. See how she switches around very quickly on the floor there?
Very quick kicks.
That was good. Japanese always been known to take the kata. They've trained really hard for this. They always want to take it back home.
Each one of these hand moves, each one of these stances has a significance, Vic, and the officials take away for what kind of thing?
They take away points for the movement, for the wrong type movement, if you do the movement too quickly.
Very popular move here. The judges. In the eliminations, the judges only scored as high as 8. That was the highest. In the finals, it looks like they're going higher. The first score is 8.7, 8.6, 8.6, 8.6, 8.8, 8.6, and 8.6. Now remember, they're going to throw out the high score and the low score, and they're going to give us a total. There it is, 43.1, and the crowd shows its approval for Maiko Asano. She looks a lot like Maiko Asano. Yuka Asano. Now, as she goes through the moves here, Vic, describe for us the relevance of what she's doing to self-defense. What might she be doing against various attackers as they're coming at her?
Yeah, what kata is based on is that the imaginary opponent, you've got 4 attackers coming at you, and you have to defend yourself against those attackers.
These are special stances. What do they call the stance?
That's the stance. What she's doing there, the front leg is pushing, sweeping the other hand, the legs aside, and she's striking with her fingers to the stomach. And again, she's moving aside again and striking.
So people are coming at her from different directions, and she's just blasting them as they get close to her.
That's right. And when you see them perform it slowly, that means basically she stopped, she's grabbed the hand slowly and then moving it the other direction.
Not like she'd necessarily do it in real life, but as a strengthening exercise.
Yes, and also it's a practical side, it's the theoretical side of class here, which we're looking here now. And different emphasis between different things here. And this is really a balanced position, something to learn.
It's the same form that Maiko Asano did.
Similar.
'Judges scores 8.6, 8.5, 8.5, 8.7, 8.7, 8.6, and 8.7. .43.1 for Yuka Asano. She's in a dead tie with Maiko Asano. After adding back their earlier elimination scores, Maiko takes a narrow win over Yuka. We asked her how she felt about her close loss to her sister.
はい、とても悔しいですけれど、いつも負けているので、今回は同点で内容で負けたってことで、 自分では満足してます。
Well, I'm not very happy about it very much, but sometimes I get these kind of problems. But I think I'm just very happy she won.
She meaning Maiko Asano. Maiko, your form tonight was exquisite. Of course, your two teammates also placed second and third behind you. What were you thinking and feeling during the intensity of your form tonight?
とやっぱり今までいつも姉には勝ってきたので、とやっぱり今回は少し差を縮められた部分があったので、それはやっぱりもっと努力しなきゃいけないなっていう反省させられる面がありました。
Well, she tried her best, and you know, she had a kind of feeling in her heart to win against her sister tonight in this big championship.
Gold medal, Tomiyako Asano from Japan.
It's final time here at the Al Nasser Sports Complex as the men's team competition reaches the dramatic final stages.
It should be a very, very good final.
For Japan, Futoshi Hatanaka.
Again, as you can see here, they're both searching for that point. Looks like the Japanese spider's got it. He's rushed in.
Futoshi Hatanaka. Chief official Mr. Abe gives a point to Hatanaka. So Japan goes up in the first match.
The Syrian fighter has got to push forward now. He's got to try and make a position for himself there to bring his team back in.
Firas Deeb fighting for Syria is down a half a point to Hatanaka. And Mr. Abe indicating that he thinks Hatanaka's gotten another half point. He gives Hatanaka the half point and the match. Our second bout features Takashi Yamaguchi for Japan, and Vic, he got his nose cracked in his last bout.
Yeah, earlier of him followed up with an amazing combination kicks to the face with a strong punch to the face there.
Though he looked rough, Yamaguchi is certainly ready for the second round. Second fighter, Takashi Yamaguchi from Japan, still with a cracked nose. His opponent, Amar Maghrabi from Syria.
Maghrabi can kick too. He's got a lightning fast front leg. He's blitzing that front leg out.
Mr. Abe, the center referee, had indicated a point for Maghrabi himself. He gave a warning for some reason to Yamaguchi. What was that warning?
I think the warning is for going out of that area, just not staying in and fighting it, or not stopping when it says Yame.
Yeah, he did continue a little bit beyond the instructions to stop.
That's right. And here the Syrian fighter just holding fast. He can't afford to do that because he's got to push.
Japan teamed up by 1 point.
Good position there. Also, the Japanese fighter just holding his ground here, which is good.
Maghrabi in with a back leg kick. Mr. Abe pointing to the Japanese fighter. One of the judges had a red flag out. Terry O'Neill, the English judge from this near corner, up talking to Mr. Abe.
I thought that first kick was in.
Mr. Abe indicating he thought the kick was blocked. He gives a half point then to Yamaguchi for the punch. So the Japanese fighter Takashi Yamaguchi up by 1/2 a point. Yamaguchi punched first that time. They're giving the point now to Maghrabi.
Yes, he punched first, but it was very, very short then.
So Maghrabi has tied 1/2 point to 1/2 point. Japan, remember, in this team match is leading by 1. This is the final match for the Japan Karate Association World Team title. And Maghrabi really fires that back leg with some power, Vic.
Yes, it's good, but the thing is, the Japanese fighter is closing the distance now. He's closing the distance. He's edging him on to do that kick again, but he's going to slip, trying to slip in. Punch is very quick, but it's too short. See that? The competitors just stopping without hearing the command. The concentration. Look at the boat. Look at the Japanese looking to drag that at his competitor.
ヤマグチ、punch first that time. They're giving the point now to Maghrabi.
2 point. 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 2
intensity, high intensity.
Again, any kind of quickness too short gives the Japanese a point.
So Mr. Abe gives the second match to Takashi Yamaguchi, and Japan goes ahead of Syria by 2 points. Now this team, the Syrian team, does not seem to be at all intimidated. Masao Kagawa, the Japanese team captain, facing Rajet Al-Kharad from Syria.
Syrian fighter is going to do all the work now.
This Kagawa is just so relaxed.
Kagawa's just going to stay there as long as he wants, because at the end of the day, the other fighter's got to come towards him. He needs a point. He's got to do chasing.
Kagawa must be giving up 100 pounds here, maybe 60 pounds, and he acts like he's the bigger man.
Yes, you can see that, and also he's going in the corner. He's pushing him away, and the Syrian fighter hasn't even tested him yet. He hasn't tested him, and he should be trying to test him there. I mean, if I was a coach, I'd be saying, hey, come on, let's shake this guy up a bit.
This is attitude. Attitude, pure and simple. The Syrian fighter is psyched out.
And the referee stopped that match because there's not enough action there.
She's giving him a chance to do it right this time.
Again, Kagawa just holding his ground here, saying, hey, you want to do the work? Come on.
Well, Kagawa's team is ahead 2-0. He's the reigning world champion. The guy outweighs him by 30, 40, 50 pounds. So I guess Kagawa doesn't really have a lot of motivation to go charging after him, does he?
Yeah, no, not at all. What's going to happen is he's going to throw a technique. The Syrian is going to throw a technique. He's going to be tempted to throw a technique, hoping he's going to catch him.
So this Kagawa knows how to play the game, doesn't he, Big Charles?
Yes, he does. And also the clock's still ticking. It's going.
The Syrian players over there are wanting to scream to their guy to do something, but I don't think the etiquette permits that.
Well, Joe, this is from Syrian's point of view. He should be getting in there. Now that could be a warning in the rule book. If these two fighters not fighting, they could both get a bobby, which is a form of a penalty each.
Kagawa with some quick feints, good footwork, gets himself out of the way. Was there a punch or kick thrown in that entire 2 minutes?
Well, none at all. Bear in mind, the Syrian team is 2 points, two points down.
So this is called a draw. Fourth round, Kosho Kanayama. And for Syria, Amir Al-Halabi.
What's interesting now about that Syrian fighter didn't put the pressure on. He's put more pressure on this particular Syrian fight, but this one's quite good. I was watching him in the earlier rounds playing Spain. He was very quick on the punches, but he's still got to go forward and try and get points. That's good.
Japanese strategy is here, let them come to us.
Well, the ball's in their court, isn't it? Syrian. He's got to go.
Well, we spoke in some of our preliminary matches how a fighter could really be in trouble by trying to protect his lead as Al-Halabi, gets that first half point. What happens if the Japanese fighter just tries to protect his lead?
That's a very, very good punch. Very good punch. Very good punch. He's given it. That's it. Now the pressure's back on now.
So now we've seen a fighter try to protect his lead. What happened to him?
You just can't do it because the pressure gets put back on you.
Nobuyuki Aramoto will also be fighting Masao Kagawa.
Very good. Very good. That's a hook and a strike to the stomach. And he's got that point.
Half point for Syria. Now that punch by Aramoto exploded in there, Vic.
Yeah, a very good point. Right over the top, right over his guard.
Why wouldn't that be an ippon?
Well, I personally give a hip-on towards it. And again he does it. Yameh, he's going to get a warning for this. He should have stopped.
The Syrian fighter, I think, there showed quite clearly that he was not intimidated and grabbed that match away from Aramoto. Now I'm going to give you one more chance in your selection against... Kagawa. Okay, now we have then a tie match. 2 wins for Syria, 2 wins for Japan, and 1 draw.
This is interesting. 2 different fighters here now. He's going to try and pull Kagawa.
Now that seems to be a good selection on the part of the Syrian team because he is so much taller.
Yeah, and also he's got better footwork. He's thinking about it. See, this is what he's pulled him. The Syrian fighter knows he can go in and make the other fighter throw a technique.
Al-Halabi is, as Vic Charles said, a larger fighter using good footwork. Do you feel that he is being a little bit more conservative than he should be, Vic, with that kind of height and size?
No, not at all. He's trying to do what's necessary to put Kagawa out of his stride. And at the moment, he's not. The Japanese fighter doesn't know how to handle this.
So I see what you're saying. At that point, Kagawa actually reacted to the feints.
That's right. And what the Syrian fighter has to make sure it doesn't do it too often, so Kagawa gets tuned into it, and he's going to going to throw a punch after him.
Now our American audience is wondering why Halabi doesn't just step back a little bit and drill a sliding side kick into the smaller opponent.
The situation is too tight here.
Kagawa's got too quick a release, you're saying, with that right punch.
Well, he's got a disadvantage here. His size. He's going to go with explosives now. He's looking for his front hand. Kagawa is looking for his front hand. Now the Syrian fighter is trapped in that corner. He's got to get out of it. This is where the point is going to come if he's going to come at all.
Now this is strategy. This is no wasted motion by either man. Kagawa now has him overextending himself, Vic. Will that give Al-Halabi a problem?
Yeah, this is interesting because the weakness is on Kagawa's side, so that he doesn't block his face at all.
All the flags went up for both fighters, indicating that they still feel it's a draw. So after one overtime match to break the world team draw, we still have a draw with Charles.
The referee's got to decide that if this is a new fight, they go over another 2 minutes, or what is asking the officials here on the table and the arbitrator. Should we go for the first he's going to ask the judges there, are we going to go for a sudden death situation whereby the first person who scores wins this competition? That's what he's going to ask them. Or should we go for 2 minutes, start cleaning, wipe the state clean?
You see Terry O'Neill there to the left of your screen from England, the one non-Japanese center referee that we've seen in the competition in the last 3 days. Did a good job, I think, too, Vic Charles.
I think he's made some really brave decisions here. He gave the point, and that was it.
Okay, we now have a tie match. Kagawa and Al-Halabi one more time. Is this sudden victory, or is this another 2-minute round?
Sudden death. I think it's a sudden death.
That means the first man that scores a point, if that's the case, would be the winner.
First person who scores that point will win this match for his team.
So what do you think Kagawa's strategy is right now? What does he want Al-Halabi to do?
Come in. He wants him to feint, come in, and he wants to ride back and then go back on him. That's the technique he's going to be looking for. And if he can push him in that corner, he's got the Syrian in his corner. If he can just keep him there, the mistake's going to come.
Right punch. Abe is one of the judges. Yamaguchi has a red flag up. Yamaguchi's red flag is for Kagawa. Terry O'Neill down in the corner has his white flag out. The other Japanese judge had a white flag out. I'm sorry, the center referee had a white flag.
Did it? And they've won it. No, sorry.
They haven't won it. There must be another time limit, another time period here. They didn't notify us from the floor whether it was going to be sudden victory or whether it was going to be 2 minutes. I guess it's going to be 2 minutes. You've got Al-Halabi ahead by 1/2 point.
And this is where the pressure's really going to be turned on to the Syrian fighter. And that's it. He's going to get a warning for that, but
they should warn the judge for sitting so close to the ring. Al-Halabi can't afford, according to Vic Charles' previous advice, to try to just hang on to that lead.
Good reverse punch to the stomach. No! Kagawa's trying to hit his arm.
Kagawa's telling the judges where it went, eh? We have one judge with a white flag, the center referee pointing to the Syrian fighter Al-Halabi. And we should say Mr. Abe in the center did not hesitate. He did not hesitate in pointing to Al-Halabi.
They should have been influenced by the fighter then. They were actually influenced. He's given no points there.
And Mr. Abe has been convinced that that punch was blocked, even though he himself indicated that Al-Halabi had it.
Kagawa cannot get any. He's finding it very difficult to make the ground up. It's just this Syrian fighter keeping on his toes, pushing him away, always bouncing all the time. Here it comes now. He's getting ready to launch. Kagawa's getting ready to launch now. Here it comes.
Kagawa finds himself in the same situation that he was playing a few minutes ago with the other man having the lead. Now he's got to figure out how he's going to close the distance.
That's good observation, Joe.
Good old turnabout is fair play, huh, Vic?
That's right. It's brilliant, really, because what Kagawa is trying to do is make the fighter come towards him and then retaliate back on him again. No point, is it?
And I'm wondering which sundial they're using on this clock right now myself. I don't know how much time is left. Al-Halabi ahead by half a point. Mr. Abe points to him again with no hesitation as the referee. The Syrian team has gone berserk. They think they've won, but we have yet to hear from the official, and they have won it. Syria has beat Japan to win the Japan Karate Association World Team Championship, and there's one happy Al-Halabi. Syria comes out of nowhere and scores a major victory over Japan in the air.